Then there's the whole Zion Williamson, Mariah Mills situation. So Zion goes and does a photo shoot with his soon-to-be baby mother, which I guess ruffled some feathers with some of the other girls that he was dealing with, one of which was a former adult film star, Mariah Mills.
Yeah.
What's actually interesting, someone actually pointed this out on Twitter, was that Mariah, in all of her porn scenes, has never done a scene with a black man. All of her scenes with white guys.
Is that real?
That's real. I actually researched it.
No way, like come on, like.
Go ahead and look. For everyone who's watching this right now, do your Googles. Go on Pornhub. Go on whatever other site you choose to participate on. All of her scenes with white guys or like white Spanish dudes. Wow. There's not a single black man in any of her scenes.
Why is that so fucking funny? That's hilarious, man.
I don't know. I just wanted to point out that little tidbit.
Okay.
And then, of course, she's all in love with Zion Williamson, who's the exact opposite of everyone she does scenes with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's nuts, bro.
Go ahead and look it up. Go ahead. Go home and look it up.
I'm going to look.
You going to look it up right now?
I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look it up.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I can't really see. Because I feel like, I've been... And by the way, I don't know why you don't bring the porn stars back on here no more. How come the porn stars?
They've had their time. I'm letting Adam 22 carry on the torch. He's much more suited to these types of interviews. You know what I mean? Than I am.
I remember you was rocking with
I was rocking. Oh yeah.
Sarah J. You had it popping
and the men too. Lexington Steele, Mr. Marcus. Yeah, the whole nine. But I've had my time. I've had
It's like I'm out of the life.
I've gotten the views. Go ahead, look it up.
Let me see. Mariah Mills.
It's Moriah.
Yeah. You're right. Mm-hmm. It's actually the subject of some message board posts.
Yes. Not a single scene.
Hold on. I think, is there one here? I'm looking at one.
Not a single one.
No, this is not.
Yes. Not a single black man. Not even a light-skinned black man.
Because this one right here is labeled her, but it's not her.
It's not her.
Yeah. Gotta say that scene. Come back to that.
Bookmark that.
Yeah.
For our research purposes, of course.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, what's also kind of interesting is if you go on Queen's Flip's YouTube channel, Zion's soon-to-be baby mother, there's a video of her fighting another girl in the street and like bashing the girl's head against the wall. And
it's that New Orleans shit.
A titty fell out at one point. You know what I mean?
I bookmarked that one too.
You can bookmark that one as well.
Mm.
So Zion's, taste in women, you might have to work on that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But so now she flipped out on Twitter, exposed a bunch of DMs, claims that he was giving her like $100,000 a month.
Yeah.
And I think it culminated with her threatening to leak a sex tape unless he got traded, and then Twitter shut her down because you can't do shit like that.
Yeah.
Luckily.
Yeah, Twitter was way late with the shutdown.
Way late.
Way late with the shutdown. I was starting to feel harassed by Mariah Mills. I was starting to feel harassed. I was like, yo, man, you gonna leave us alone? It went from, damn, Zion's in some real shit being reckless, right? Reckless, whatever. I don't know if he's reckless. He's 23 years old. He got $200 million. He gonna fuck some porn stars. I mean, that's the way that it goes. Like, it's like, I don't know that he's even being reckless. I mean,
right, because he's a single man. He's in his early 20s.
Yeah.
He's doing nothing wrong. At the end of the day, he was, listen, man, he was a kid growing up, watching porn.
Yeah.
He was broke all through his college days.
Right.
Suddenly, he started his real career. He's got a ton of money. So, yeah, he's going to live out some of his fantasies and everything else like that. I personally don't see anything wrong with what he did at all.
I don't either. And I also think that Mariah Mills is doing a little harm to sex workers because she's kind of making it seem as if there's something untoward about what he was doing. Like, look how much money he was paying me. Look how much he was doing this. Look how much, like, there's something bad. There's a lot of women that's how they get their bread. So it's like nothing wrong with it. He was paying. You guys were together. It seems like it worked out for everyone. The thing that I'll say is that, like, this is a good lesson for Zion. It's a good lesson for Zion how to keep his paperwork together in terms of those NDAs, and about the fact that it might be time for Zion to pick some women that have something to lose. And the only reason why is because, like, there was a time when proximity to somebody famous or notable was currency, right? Athletes and entertainers have always been with sex workers and women in that industry, and women have always been with men who are sex workers, and it's always happened, right? But it used to be that either being invited to that person's house, or being around that person, or being next to that person was something that was valuable, because they would pay you, keep you coming to the place, or whatever, right? That's not what's valuable anymore. What's valuable anymore is people knowing that you did it. Because the reality is, as much money as the celebrity can give you for like having sex with them or being around them or being at the party, the fame that you get from letting everybody know that happened is probably worth more. Right now, Mariah Mills is more famous than she's ever been. Now, she's quit porn, right? She says she's quit porn.
She still has OnlyFans and stuff.
She has OnlyFans. But the reality is, there's probably more curiosity about her. There might be a point where people are paying her to do more walkthroughs. It might not last as long, or she might not have as much money as it would have been for being around Zion and Williamson, but she now kind of doesn't need him anymore for people to pay attention to her, because she will always be the person that talked about this person.
Put him on blast.
And because of that, you gotta be a little bit tighter with the way that you move, or somebody that you would be around. And there are plenty of women, plenty of people working in that industry that wouldn't do that. But for him, even if it should or if it shouldn't, it's going to reflect on his personality and his brand in a way that he probably doesn't want. So whereas it used to be that, like, you hear, hey man, ex-athlete threw this party and it was all of these porn stars here. And if you meet those girls, they'll tell you those stories. We were here. I knew a girl, while I was working at TMZ. She had been seeing this one guy for like 6 years and consistently getting money from him. Never told. Because the thing was, she had her own career and the money was stable, and Twitter wasn't as big of a deal when I had this conversation. We were doing a story on her. But now, you could blow up from that. That's your entree into being hyper famous. That's all that really matters. Because even if Mariah Mills was emotionally upset with what happened to Zion, with Zion, which I'm not saying that she wasn't, she may have been, I don't know the nature of their relationship. Obviously, after a while, the attention that she was garnering from the tweets is what was making her continue to do it.
Well, and I'll tell you this, as someone who has dated a lot of women over the years and so forth, there is a basic rule that I have always abided by, that I recommend all men, young and old, abide by. And that is if you're dealing with a woman romantically on any level, never let that woman walk away mad. Always work it out with that person. Always be proactive with your communication. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously, even if you're paying a woman, if you see that woman repeatedly, there is going to be an emotional aspect of that relationship.
For sure.
Even if there's money, even if it's transactional every single time, there's going to be an emotional connection, because we're all humans. Right? You're going to like that person. You're not just going to be having sex with them the whole time. You're going to be having conversations.
So you feel like Zion fucked up by popping up with the baby and not letting her know?
I think if Zion, because it seemed like they were seeing each other repeatedly.
They were.
This wasn't like a one-time thing where he paid her whatever, $10,000, they fucked and they went about their way. I think in that case, no one would have really cared much. But I think that he was seeing her. She had tweeted stuff about how he wanted her to move out to like New Orleans and something. Yeah. So clearly there was some sort of relationship that was more than just sexual. had he been proactive about treating her as a woman and not just a sexual object, that could have been prevented. Hey, listen, I know that we've been dealing with each other and I really like you, but you know something? This other girl that I've been dealing with as well is pregnant and she's going to have the baby, and you know, we're going to publicly announce that and so forth. But you know something, that doesn't change our relationship. I still want to continue dealing with you.
Yeah.
You know, or if I don't want to keep dealing with you because of my situation here, let me go ahead and work something out where,
or give her a baby bonus, hit her off with 200,000.
Here's a baby bonus. Here's something. Here's
Right.
whatever. And you know something. And most times, not every time, because you have vindictive people and you have people who are clout chasing, and it doesn't matter what you say and so forth. You know, I mean, there's going to be people that they're going to try to extort you and so forth. Like, this is just what comes with the territory if you're dealing with multiple women. But you can, if you treat a person kindly. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If you humble yourself, if you take the blame for mistakes that you've made by hurting the person in some certain type of way, most times it'll work out okay. Mm-hmm. It won't work out in this Mariah fashion.
Right.
You know, where suddenly Stephen A. Smith is talking about you and her, and it's just a train wreck.
When Zion came out with the thing about how he helping the kids. Did you see that?
Yeah, you donated.
I was like, man, they got him on the run, baby. God bless the young man. I hope he gets healthy and has a great career.
Yeah, man.
And this is,
I think it's wrong. He's not cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't beat anyone up, or, you know, he didn't like kick someone in the stomach and cause an abortion, or, you know, or put a hit out on the, remember like that one, was it football player?
Ray Caruth,
right. Yeah. He put a hit out and had his baby mother shot, and the baby came out like mentally deformed and fucked up. And, you know, I mean, like a really tragic type of thing. Listen, man, he out here in his early 20s slanging dick, you know, getting to fuck everyone who he watched, you know, in porn movies, you know, IG models, porn models, you know, whatever else. He's single. He got a kid on the way. The fuck?
It is. Yeah.
It's the fuck.
Live your life, Zion.
Live your life.
Just be aware.
Be aware.